So, on to Tool Talk Tuesday. Soak shields. Dash protectors.
Oops. Wasn't supposed to show that one yet.
Not that one. The other one.
Yeah, we got those ones.
So, protecting vehicles, particularly when you're doing windshields. It has been a hot topic over recent years. Many BCMs have been damaged. Many dashboards have been waterlogged. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, it's funny when you get the stitching wet, how things swell up and all stuff goes bad. You know, and the thing is, I've seen so many people comment on posts, be like, you know, I've been titting for 20 years and I've never had to this or never had to that. You know, I mean, I've been titting for 32 years and they've never had self-driving cars, you know, but they do now. So there's technology going into these things. The dashboards aren't getting any bigger. They're having to find places to stuff these things. And it's our solution is finding them. So that's kind of a big deal. And, yeah, cars have changed. So we were talking about, you know, there's so many different things, and it's hard to think of something to talk about. And Brittany brings up the idea of you know, dash protection, dash soak shields, and dash covers, because, I mean, let's face it, not everybody has a soak shield. Not everybody has a dash towel, you know. And back in the day, before SoakShield came out with the soak ropes and other stuff, I would take the little, and I don't have, you know, I'd take this is just a regular dish towel, but pretend it's a microfiber towel, and I'd put a bunch of these all over the dash to protect it and kind of stuff it down. And it was just a nightmare. And when I was like up against the wall, time wise, a lot of times I didn't do it, you know. And one time I had a brand spanking new Hellcat Challenger, and I didn't have those things and never had a problem. But this day I had a problem. The trunk started popping, the lock started going up and down, the horn started making funny noises randomly, and, you know, the dash was flickering on and off, and like it was a bad day. The car had like 17 miles on it, and, you know, I was fortunate, you know. I was probably one of the first ones to have a problem with the Chrysler. So the service department had no idea. Now they have bulletins in their system. So if a Chrysler comes in with a tinted windshield and BCM acting up, you know, a lot of times they won't cover it under warranty. And mine got covered under warranty. So that was a very, 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 very good thing. And we don't want to see people in that situation anymore. It's scary, especially, you know, when you get to like this time of year. I know everybody's slowing down right now, you know, and our orders and numbers are showing that you guys are slowing down right now. So as we creep into fall and winter and the slow season, or as we would call it, the ramen noodle season, having a $1,200 or $1,500 computer take a shit on you doing a windshield, you know, you're doing the windshield because you're just trying to get that next paycheck so you can get through the winter. You know, not everybody saves a bunch of money to get through the winter. So you just grind. And to have something like that happen for no good reason.
Oh, it could be catastrophic.
It can be. It could, I mean, what do you do in a situation like that? You know, it's the worst thing in the world to have to go tell a customer that you just damaged their vehicle. But it's even worse if you don't have the money at the moment to cover it, or if you do cover it, you know, a bill's not getting paid, or, you know, or something. We're not all, as much money as we're capable of making, we're not all making, you know, $150,000 a year. It's just not the reality. It's It's more of, if we take this couple of months where I'm so jammed up, I would be making $150,000-$200,000 a year because I'm making doctors pay. That's not a year-round thing. That it just, I mean, maybe for some of you Southern folks, it's a little closer to that, but.
So previously, we carried SoakShield Stash Shield.
Yes.
We did stop for a moment, and that's when we brought in, I believe, the unbranded dash towel. Then we started carrying the Tinner brand dash towels. Now we have in again the dash shields and some very special ones.
Can't keep up with Brittany.
Move faster. Sun
That's
distributing.
What this is, guys. All right, so check this out. I'm going to take this off for a minute.
He can't hear us. Now's the time to talk crap.
One of these yet.
We are so
I'm trying
excited.
to talk from way back here. So, I'm so excited. Oh, yeah. And these are the extra large ones. These and the SoakShield ones are the extra large ones. They're not on the website yet, but Brittany promises to get on that really quick. And maybe during the stream today, who knows? But oh, I haven't even seen one of these yet. I just ordered a bunch of these, and tonight we're going to be giving away at least one of them. This one. But check it out, guys. It's so big it doesn't even fit. Whoops, this way.
Look at that. That's a good looking dash cover right there.
And a lot of people aren't, they're like, we sell more gray ones than we do white ones, but I'm going to tell you guys a secret.
You guys are low-key sleeping on the white ones.
You have no idea what you're missing on the white ones. And I know, I think the same way. It's like, oh, let's get the gray because it'll look nicer longer. The white ones really don't get that dirty and they clean really easy. But the nice thing about the white ones is you tuck it in and you can see the entire edge around the dash without a light because it just lights it up. Pro tip. So we ordered only white in the Sun Distributing because
we like it.
Well, I'm going to give some away. Oops, I don't know how to do this. Damn backward. Maybe I should mirror my camera, but oops. I'm going to stop trying to do that. I'm just not good at it. These are 70 inches wide. The other ones are 60 inches wide. The ones that we normally sell. So these are the extra long ones. They're good for pickup trucks, vans, SUVs, things of that nature.
SoakShields are necessary. I'm sorry for all the old guys out there that want to be angry about it, but they are. They're necessary these days. And then the dash covers. So do you remember, I want to say it was one vehicle in particular that people were warping the dashboards on.
The Jeep Grand Cherokees. Let me throw out another pro tip about the SoakShield too, because like everybody's tried to stuff a SoakShield, a Soak Rope. Let me grab an OG. Everybody's tried to stuff a man, my lighting.
You needed a different color one.
Oh, this is so.
It's playing with your green screen. You should have grabbed something besides yellow, because it's looking for lime green. You should have grabbed red or something. Yeah.
Well. Anyways, okay. I don't have an Alex.
I'll grab one. Hold on.
Brittany's going to do it. So, anyways, pro tip. Anyways, everybody's been tinting a like a Chevy truck windshield, and the Soak Rope just does not want to go in there, especially towards the middle of the dashboard. It's like scary, and if you jam it, you might just. Oh, look, you got me different colors, but you might just try to jam it in there, and then all of a sudden find out that you've got a crack in the windshield. That actually happens too. So, pro tip: take your. I don't have one in here. Take your slim foot. I suppose you could use a bulldozer, but it's kind of hard on the rubber. But you can use your slim foot and just jam your towel down there. So you'll just take your towel and push it down there. And why do I have I need some better color correction. But you'll skip the soak rope altogether and just use the dash protector, and it's going to take care of that for you. And you can thank me later because it's absolutely perfect.
And we have so many colors.
There, maybe that's better.
Look at that. We got pink. We got some purples. No. Yeah, exactly. Rather have one and not need it than not have one and need it. No, the pink ones are really legit. Do you think pros buy them for the repurposed uses? Yes. Because if there's one thing tinners are, it's resourceful. You use what you've got. So yeah, I'm sure tinners use soak shields for all sorts of things. Now the purple is nice, and we've also had customers ask us for like custom color combinations to match their branding better if we didn't have the exact one that they wanted. And you know, it takes a little extra time sometimes because we're not the ones that make them. But if that was something that you wanted, it's a possibility. You just have to get in contact with us. Like when people are debating and only want to buy one, I normally say get the OG. Because as far as having like a middle of the road that's going to fit more things, the OG will do that for you. The cases where you actually need the mini or the XL, it's not going to be as many as the OG. But yeah, definitely get more, buy more.
Yeah, I for sure recommend going with at least one installer set, because then you just get all three colors in one. Yeah. And then or all three sizes in one. And get a couple extra minis, because another pro tip, I had a buddy of mine actually, and I felt so bad. He toasted a BCM on a Grand Cherokee of all things. And he's like, I'm never doing another Chrysler vehicle again. And I'm like, what happened? How did, did you get it tucked all the way to the edges and everything? He's like, oh yeah, absolutely. He says, but I had a hair in it the first time and I couldn't get it out and I messed it up. By the time I got it out, I had dirt in it and I had to redo it. And I'm like, so you changed your soak rope, right? And he's like, no, God, I wished I would have. They will hold every bit of the water you use to tint the windshield once. But if you're going to continue over and over and over again, you're probably going to find yourself oversaturating it. It's only going to hold so much. And I know that there's a little bit of, this guy or that guy will be like, oh, our soak rope or our soak, whatever they call it,
it'll hold like 37 cups of water. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So none of them are going to hold more than one windshield's worth of tint. And even if somebody tells you it's going to, remember, that's your pocketbook that covers it if it doesn't. And they are not going to. In fact, Brittany's mom was just here. She runs the tint shop and she just bought 2 more soak ropes because she's like, sometimes we do 2, 3, 4 windshields in a day. And, we've only got 3 soak ropes. And it's like, wow, that makes sense. I don't think about that. But when you get into the fall and winter months, when it's not really hot, they don't dry as fast. And you don't want to go do a windshield with a wet soak rope. So obviously it's something you should probably have a couple. And same thing with dash towels. If you're doing multiple windshields, have multiple dash towels. We take the guesswork out of it. We got the ones that we know works. They're heavy enough, but they have their limitations. You can't do 5 windshields in a row with one. I wouldn't even recommend doing 2 windshields in a row with them, but I have. You got to wring them out really good. It's just, with today's technology in cars, it just is starting to get scary.
So Cheyenne asked, do you wash them?
Absolutely.
I'm going to assume you're asking about the soak shields. Yes, we do wash our soak shields. It's not like an every use thing. Charles probably throws them in the wash once every couple of weeks. I mean, it depends on
how many windshields they get washed once a week.
Do they?
Your mom makes sure of that, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Never mind.
But just like a towel at your house, it is going to get old too. Technology is just going fast right now. And with this technology becomes more modules and more potential problems for people that spray in water inside of cars. It just is. So
it's super lame.
What it costs to have an extra is not too much.
Yep,
Brittany, my
Bradley.
chat thing.
Bradley washes his with his rags about every week. Yeah, that's all of our dash towels, rags, soak shields, all that just gets thrown in the wash. So, Rick, I got an interesting one for you. John Boxcar Howard says, what about tucking the extra soak rope in the columns so it sucks up what goes down on the sides?
Okay, so I've played with that a little bit, and it's not the worst idea. Here's the problem with it is a lot of times it'll push down there, and let's see if I can get my hand in the right, we'll use this hand. The A-pillar will push back like this when you tuck it in there, and then it'll fold back over, and now you got protection. But when you go to pull that rope out, it's going to snag the A-pillar, and the A-pillar is not going to bend out to release it. So I've had a lot of struggles with getting things stuck in there and actually having to pop the A-pillar off to get it out. What I found is, like I said, the soak rope is going to suck up everything that you put in it from a single windshield. So what I do is I take the edges, I'll from the center out, I'll lay my stuff flat, and then I'll swoop the edge stuff up and in, and I push all that water down into the rope, and the rope takes it. And I don't worry about stuff getting off into the A-pillars after that. So that's
Now,
kind of a workaround for that.
Real quick, when you were playing with it in the A-pillar, were you using the OG or the Mini?
I don't know that. I use whatever size that the dash to windshield ratio calls for.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, that's your main concern is because water gets down in that channel and it'll run to one side or the other and just drop right down. But no, the A-pillars section, that is where the limitation of your dash towel comes in. Is it's kind of a messed up little spot. And like I said, with the A-pillar, short of actually removing the A-pillar, and I'm not one to take parts off of cars. I'm just one to tint the car as it sits. And so my workaround is to keep the water to the inside of the car. And it works out really well. I don't concern myself with Chryslers and stuff. And, Chryslers are your big offender currently, but I don't know. We'll see.